But I thought, I'm easily human, and I thought, how much fun would it be if I could? And I'm still underscoring if, okay? But if I could make a Studebaker service center in the Studebaker building, okay? Not huge, but because I thought you guys might find it would be cool if you could take your Studebaker and take it in and change the oil in a Studebaker service center in the Studebaker building, right? Would you guys maybe like that? Glass door and make it look like it was then, right? But how cool would it be to have a living museum, you know, and be a part of it? So I got to figure out how to make it happen and see all.
Tom, a couple pictures. You got to get him some pictures of your place.
Yeah. Okay. But so how cool would that be, right?
Awesome.
And put it on Lafayette, and so now you invite the community to see what the best of Studebaker was. And the people that have kept that image alive, give them some place to come, right? How cool would that be?
Yeah, I get goosebumps every time.
So, but part of it is, guys, you know more than I'll ever know about all the Studebakers, and I'll need some help because I do want to get a drivable, like a truck, is what I've looked at some, but I need some help because I'm going to start driving it around South Bend. Okay, so I don't want something that's pristine that should be maintained, right? Well, it's not that I'm going to wreck it, but the flip side is that what's the best way to show off? So you drive it downtown and people, where are you? And you see them, right? And so then it's a way to engage the museum as well, so that they can say, if you want to know more about the product, go to the museum. So if you guys figure out, and I'm sure there's somewhere you guys might know one or two, right?
There's one for self swap me, right? But it has a dump bed, you accept the break.
Oh, yeah. But those are the sort of things that it's bringing it back to life. I want to bring the building to life, but I want to bring the product to life. I want to put it out in people's faces if you choose, in a positive way, but in a definitive way, you know, and then people drive by and so I don't know what it would be once a week or once a month, or they see a bunch of people coming there, messing around with their cars and the Studebakers, and it brings the building to life. So as you guys come up with ideas, I figure there might be 2 or 3 that come out of this, by the way. Give them to Brian. No, and we really would. But, you know, I want to celebrate Studebaker and all it meant, because I believe it did a great deal for our community, but it's our community's responsibility to do a great deal back. You know, and I'm going to do my part. And it's always helpful to be slightly crazy, but not totally crazy. So anyhow, does that help give you a sense on what's on the horizon? So if you guys want to have questions, yes, sir.
I worked here as an electrician until they closed the doors. And Freeman Spicer, in case you didn't know, was the official company-owned business.
Right.
Subcontracted, so all the utilities went over to there.
Oh, okay.
So as an electrician, I used to have to go over there and work on their
So
problems.
do you know where the tunnels are?
Yeah, I've been in every tunnel under the place.
Well, he's already involved.
Well, see, that's fantastic because
So one day I was over there working on the place and I said, hey, you know what? You guys need to have a sign over here that says, you're treated nicer at Freeman Spicer. You gotta put that on your truck.
okay, well, we'll consider that. Treated nicer at Smith. I don't know.
Well, you can add to that as the Freeman Spicer and.
There you go. Because ironically, part of what facilitated Studebaker to be a manufacturer is the power. Because I said there's our connectivity. Well, if you look, the power that was required to grow Studebaker wasn't present, right? Because they had to make their own power plant. Because we're going from agricultural industry to an industrial, and so they had a great deal of power. Ironically, I'm doing the same thing. So we're having a centralized power system that will be distributed throughout the area for the same reason, because new technology needs a different form of power. So what's really funny is how things just keep reinventing themselves. So, but yeah, I definitely want to figure out, because we're going to distribute power by the same way, frankly, but it's also going to be electrical and thermal as well. So, yeah, any other questions?
I came through this station many times as a boy in the late 40s. We used to come back through this tunnel and then go upstairs.
Yep.
Are those the doors that lead upstairs?
Yes, sir. The stairs are that way, and then the buggies went to the left, and they loop around for your bag, unless you had a carry-on.
I don't think we had any bags to pick up.
Yeah.
Those are the stairs right there behind those doors.
Yes, sir.
And that's the end of the tunnel right there?
No, it goes another bed.
Okay. You've done a great job. It looks exactly like it looks in the late 40s.
Hey, good. And yes, we had to do a little bit.
Yeah, well, but it looks just as I remember.
And I'm hoping to keep improving it as well. So, but it's to me, this is a community asset that needs to be maintained and passed on.
Make sure you get the guys that used to lean out the windows and make catcalls for women.
I don't want to hire because there's this insurance problem. Some things have changed since then, right?
I doubt if that's...
And they frown on that now. I don't know. You got to remember, I'm a construction worker. They have to retrain it. So has that been helpful, or any other questions? Thank you.
Just real quick, I'd like to say that Kevin's got ties. His grandfather worked at Studebaker, and Brian's kind of got Studebaker ties from seeing Studebakers driving around Bombay. He was telling me that story.
That's very true.
And just real quick, oh, I'm sorry, Brian.
Well, no, back in the day, my dad had an old Dodge 46. All our friends had Studebaker. And they were in pristine condition, no snow and that kind of thing.
They didn't rust out?
Pardon?
They didn't even rust out?
They're so dead, but they maintain them. There was, I mean, you still see them today. A lot of them.
And just real quick, all the money you gave is going to charity. Their Miracle Park and South Bend Park Department, which physical, it's going to be a handicap facility for for handicapped kids, physical, ball diamonds and stuff like that. And then some's going to go to the museum. And if you look at the guys that have the white tags on, they're ex-employees. They're just unbelievable, the stories they've had. They've all got the white little paper tags. They've got different departments. We've got maintenance. We've got all the 3rd floor, 5th floor. They volunteered to share their knowledge, and I say I've just been having a great time. Thank them so much for being here. And just real quick, Chris Drisbach, who's been in, is going to give just a quick thing on the history of the building, then we'll get started here. We might have to divide this into 2 tours. So if there's any vendors that have to get back right away, we try to get them through first so they get back to the fairgrounds. I know they want to make money. And we're going to get everybody through here real quick as possible through the building, but it's up to you how long you want to take. They pretty much give us as much time as we want, so you can tour as long as you want here, but we're trying to keep it thick, right about an hour or so. So this is Chris Griesbach, and then after each speech, we'll be going over to the other side.
Well, I'm a local Studebaker historian and a tour guide. I'm going to be today, but not so much of a public speaker, so I'm going to keep this kind of short and sweet.
Thank you.
First off, I think it's really cool what Kevin's doing here. Unlike a lot of other things throughout the city and other cities, really, that he's taking these old buildings and repurposing them. A lot of people would just demolish that, start over. Am I right?
Sometimes I don't know, but you lose too much.
Yeah. I mean, that's neat. The building was built in 1923 by the H.G. Krishman Company. They're still in business today. They built the vast majority, all the Studebaker's industrial buildings around here. The addition of side 113 that you'll see when we get over there was built in 1945 under government contract so they could expand to build the Weasels. It was a military vehicle at the time. The building was supposed to be added on to after World War II and was supposed to have an additional 6 stories built on side 113 and be extended all the way up to Santa Street. Never happened. Not many people know that. It's just under 1 million square feet. At one time, and at their heyday in 1952, they could build a car every 45 seconds. So, anybody have any questions about the history of the building? No, I think we're ready to head over there then.
All right.
You said at any one time we had about 24,000 people working? Two
Yes.
shifts, just one?
2 shifts, 24,000 people working.
Okay, when we get over there, please, everybody just kind of stay in a sort of some kind of a group. Kevin's got, and Brian still have cars up, people are storing cars and stuff up there. We don't want anybody taking any souvenirs, and the floors are rough, so be very careful. We're going to take the stairs as much as possible for those that can. Actually, we are going to have to divide this into 2 groups. We'll meet over there on the other side. The first 10 people that signed up, I promised to bring the body plan. So get a hold of that. The first 10 people on the list, please get a hold of me and I'll get that to you. Anything else, Bob? Bob's been great too. And there is we did get a Joyce John over there. If anybody needs to use the restroom, right outside the door. Any questions on the tour or anything? Okay, let's go over to building 84.